Hi everyone, Jacqueline here. So today it's all about lilies. So we're going to plant a couple different types of lilies today, and I'm going to share with you the things you should do and the things you shouldn't do when you plant these lilies. Now, I love lilies, with Orientals being my favorite, but I will warn you in advance, if you plant Orientals, they do not live as long as Asiatics or even the trumpet ones. So I just want to warn you that the life of an Oriental lily is approximately maximum 4 to 5 years. I've had them manage to stay 4 years. Some have made it only past 3 years, but they don't have a long life. Whereas Asiatics can survive in a garden for many, many, many years and are very reliable to come back every year. The other issue with lilies in general is the fact that squirrels love them. Squirrels are my pain in the butt the past few years because we have so many out here now, and they get into the lilies, they get into the tulips, they got into my alliums this year, and it's just been brutal. So if you have trouble with squirrels, I highly recommend that after you plant your lilies, you put some chicken wire down to protect them from being taken off and showing up in other parts of your garden, or just pieces of them laying all over the yard, which is what happened to me. Now, when it comes to planting lilies, the key thing is drainage. Like any other bulb, they like drainage. They will grow in clay, they will grow in compost, they will grow pretty much in anything, but they need drainage or your bulb will rot. So that is the key to growing lilies. So let me show you what I have, and then we'll get started. First one that we're going to plant is the Sensual blend. There's 10 bulbs in here. This is Oriental, and you can see the various shades of pink in it. Orientals are very fragrant lilies. I really love them in the garden, especially when they're mass planted, because the fragrance, you can smell them all over the yard, and they're just gorgeous. They're also good as a cut flower, as long as you remove the stamen, because they will stain. So this is Sensual blend. The next one on the list is called Black Beauty. Now, this is more of a hybrid lily, so it should live longer than the Orientals. It's a cross, but it is pretty too. And you can see that it's more of an Asiatic than it is a Oriental just by the shape of the flowers. It's even got hints of looking a little bit like a tiger lily just from the shape of it. But these will also be beautiful, and I'm planting these to see how long they last in comparison to the Oriental. But this is Black Beauty, and it's very dramatic. And right there are the instructions. So they're 14 to 16 centimeter bulbs, sun or shade, 110, 120 centimeters or 40 to 48 inches. You're going to plant them about 6 inches deep and 15 to 20 centimeters apart. And they're going to bloom all summer. And these are from Holland. These ones should be striking, and I hope they outlive and last longer than the Orientals, because this might be my new go-to. Next on the list is the Asiatic lilies, and we're going to do Mysterious Blend, which I've grown before. And I love the different shades of these flowers in the garden. They are very striking with the white. They are an Asiatic lily, so there's 10 bulbs in here, and these will come back for years. So let's get these all planted around the gazebo. And we're going to split these in any of the bags that are 10s. We're going to split these into 5s. That's lots big enough for an area. Now, this soil was amended late last fall with compost, and I did 2 types. I believe I did sheep and I did sea compost. Now, I get most of my products at the big box stores for the soils, so you will see that's where that would have came from. And it's a nice mix. You can see after amending the bed, it's really easy to work in now. So I think the lilies will like it here. I've chosen this spot for all my lilies because this soil has really good drainage, and that's what they want. Wet feet equals rot. So we're going to plant the Sensual, not sensational, right here. And there's 10 in here. So we'll do 5 in this hole, and then we'll put 5 in another. I'm just going to rip these open. Oh, I feel like I'm all hands today. And hopefully these turn out well. Just going to put the cardboard in my pocket here so we can begin. And all you do with your lily is basically take the ones with the roots and put the roots on the bottom and the pointy end up with the lily, and then just space them apart. And we have some really decent ones here. They don't look too bad. And like I said, we're putting 5 in the hole. And this one's already got a shoot on it. Some of them look better than others, but they definitely need to be planted. And I'm not going to wait any longer. All right, so you can see them in the hole there. They look pretty good. Now we're just going to backfill. No fertilizers needed. We got good compost here. They can get their nutrients from the soil. Save your fertilizer for the specialty flowers that need that kind of care. Lilies go fine with any kind of soil as long as they drain. All right, so that's the first 5 done. Let's do the next. So the other 5 are going to go on the other side of the gazebo because you want to stagger them in the landscape so that they look like they're kind of mixed for a cottage look rather than put them all together. So we're going to mix them all up here. And we're just going to stick these last 5 in here. And they all look pretty good. Got some nice shoots on them. And we're just going to dump the rest of the sawdust in and cover them over. Now, if your bed is too wet and you still want to plant lilies, I can get out of there. What you can do is you can put sand in your holes. Now, I used to do that with tulips. I thought my soil was good and dry here. I learned this year that some places I put tulips, it's actually too wet. So what I normally would do is go ahead and put sand in the holes, and that will give them the drainage they need. So you put the sand in, you put your tulips or your lilies or whatever you have on top, that's a bulb, and then you cover with your soil or your compost. That's all there is to it, and then they'll drain freely. Okay, next we're going to plant the mystery blend, and we're going to split that up 5 and 5. And the bulbs don't look too bad. You can see them here. They look all right. I mean, at this time of year, lilies don't always look the best. Not sure if that one will live. It looks like it's missing a center, but they're also very resounding for survival. So not bad. So we'll put 5 in this hole and 5 in the next one. So that's it for this video. So lilies are probably one of the easiest bulbs to grow in any garden zone, as long as their feet aren't wet. If they're wet, they will rot. That's the key things. I have clay soil, they grow here just fine. So as long as they aren't in a snowbank in the winter, which is when I lose a lot of my plants, is from excessive moisture in the clay soil. But if you have soil that drains really well, then lilies are perfect for your garden, and they will reward you with gorgeous blooms. And there's all different varieties that bloom earlier than later, so you can have blooms for a good portion of your summer and some beautiful bouquets to give away or to take inside. So thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.